night, a full moon shone. A cough in my throat, in my chest like a stove with a runny nose. My throat scratchy as a record, I felt like shit, and the muscles in my neck hurt. Tried to smoke weed, thinking that was what I need, but I only had shake and some itty bitty seeds, which tasted and smelled like shit, and I swallowed some of it and went into another coughing fit. I looked inside the medicine cabinet behind my mirror where I keep my medical shit. Found a bottle of cough medicine, the label said dextromethorphan. I chugged that shit with my nose pinched, tasted like a bitch. It was thick like the thighs and the tits of my ex I've been trying to forget. Used to kiss and have sex, but a month ago she left. After the scissor, I went to playing Black Ops, commencing with the headset trash talk. Forgot about my cough, didn't notice it was gone. I was having so much fun getting my gamer time on. Boom, suddenly I couldn't hear shit, ears ringing like a bitch, like a bomb went off in my crib. Felt strange inside, like I sniffed a white line and drank too much wine and mixed it with moonshine and weed, plus some ketamine. Add in a tab and some hash and some lean. Felt like I had my brain kicked in, was a little like being at the dentist. I stood up and fell down and ate shit. It seemed like my legs were just sticks attached to my hips. I got up and tried to walk again. The gravity of Earth wasn't having it, my friend. I took one step like a fucked up cha-cha slide, took another, grabbed the wall and went oh my. I puked on my socks, I was sick to my soul, but I felt better, and I tried to smoke a bowl. I barely even felt the smoke when my vision went dumb. Saw colors and shapes, it was fun, but something was wrong. Something bad was about to go on. The room bulged and squeezed. I wheezed and let out a little pee. Could it be the cough syrup and weed are bitter enemies? No, I thought, in an epiphany. It felt like God fucked me and impregnated me with his God seed, making my vagina bleed, leaving me writhing in ecstasy. I felt like I died existentially. Suddenly I realized I had to work at 5. If I was late again, my boss would flay me alive. I popped a Benadryl, my standard for sleeping, the fucked up sleep that I'm keeping. I laid down and turned off the lights, wore my bluey PJs, told my cat good night. Half an hour later, I heard a sharp sound, then I heard it again, and I looked around. My boss was outside my window, tapping on the glass. He told me he was gonna fire me and kick my ass. I told him to go fuck himself, and I threw my phone through my window as well. The glass shattered, my boss disappeared. An alarm started blaring in my ears. An alarm that calls the cops. Cops said to take me to the slammer, where I'll be hammered in my bunk by a guy named Tanner. I started crying and puking on my bed. Felt fucked in the head like I was off my schizo meds. Stumbled to the kitchen, took a steak knife. I wasn't going down without a fight. A cop opened the door and reached for his weapon. This cop was about to learn a lesson. I ran, I screamed, brandishing my shit. I went and I plunged my knife in this bitch and pulled it out of his guts. There was no going back, I was so fucked up. I picked up his pistol, I could only see red. There was so much cough medicine in my head. I screamed, I am a god, held a gun over my head while he bled like a dog. Suddenly I felt a pang, my heart went flip-flop. I got dizzy, but I wasn't about to get shot. Staggered against the counter, had to think quick. I should never have ever taken that freak shit. I heard voices outside, 2 more cops calling for backup. That was when I said fuck it and I sacked up. The cop on the floor was bleeding out fast. His viability as hostage wasn't gonna last. I asked him if he wanted to live, he said yes. I said I'll take that as a no, and I shot him in the head. Put the gun in my mouth and I'm crying, asking God in my head why I have to be dying. The gun clicks, the cops bust in. I pull the trigger and I don't hear shit when the bullet rips through my brain, goes out of my skull, and I die and they bury me in a hole, and I rot and become a skeleton. Bones in the dirt as I go to hell again.